When it comes to what's happening in Wayne County and the North Carolina area, look no further than Taylor House Publishing. If you have a story that needs to be told, please contact us via email at taylorhousepublishing@gmail.com.
All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Richard Taylor, and I'm coming back with another video. This one is concerning a matter that goes all the way back to the year 2017, and it concerns the lawsuit that is still pending of the former city council member and the current county commissioner, Mr. Antonio Williams. Now, Mr. Antonio Williams filed a lawsuit against the city of Goldsboro in September of 2022. And his lawsuit is alleging various defamation, abuse of process, and malicious prosecution, resulting from some claims made by former city employee Ms. Shaiko Simpson Carter. Now, his lawsuit was for $125,000. And why are we talking about this today? Because Monday, in a closed session, the Goldsboro City Council voted by a 5-2 margin to deny a settlement of, I think it was $40,000 to current county commissioner Mr. Williams. Now, how did this all start, right? And I'm gonna give you a brief preview. In about 2017, 2018, Commissioner Williams was a then city council member, and there were a few, I guess I would say, situations that occurred between him and Miss Simpson Carter. One of the incidents, I think it was about a summer program in which I think Mr. Williams allegedly, according to this article now, wanted some summer youth to work at his shop, which I think was the Ice Storm, and Miss Shaiko Simpson Carter thought it would be a conflict of interest. So I think that was their first instance of bumping heads on a matter. And then there was a dispute about the city paying for the residency of 10 residents in a hurricane or a flood situation, in which Miss Simpson said that they paid for numerous nights, but then Councilman Williams, then Councilman Williams, said no, they didn't pay for it, he paid for it. And, there was a back and forth about that. And that led, I think, to him wanting her fired and her filing a lawsuit against the city because of his actions. And I think she filed her lawsuit, and if I'm not mistaken, she was awarded, I think, $25,000, maybe in about 2020 or something like that. Don't quote me. So the city paid her lawsuit, and then I think 2 years later, Mr. or Councilman or Commissioner Williams filed his lawsuit. And according to this article that is in the Wayne Week, I guess the city thought that this lawsuit was frivolous, and the city denied or denied the validity of the former councilman's lawsuit, and they escalated the case, I think, to a United States Magistrate Judge, Brian Myers, this year in June, I think, ordered both the city and I think Williams' attorney to have a settlement conference And during this settlement conference, they were, to discuss a possible settlement. Now, I guess the results of this possible settlement was the amount that was told to be of about $40,000. But just this Monday, that the city council voted in a closed session, which is another part of this video, that they were not going to allow him to get that settlement, but they're going to let it play out in court. And they voted at a clip of 5-2. Now, you can, I guess, assume which members of the council were for it and which members of council were against it. Nevertheless, that ruling, according to this article, angered Commissioner Williams, and they have to continue the matter in court. Now, this decision was made in a closed session, so therefore, no one, including Dwayne Week, should know about this decision. However, according to this article, and you can, go to the Wayne Week if you're subscribed, or you can pick up a paper here and there. According to Wayne Week, it was a city employee or city official. I think it says city employee, which is his confidential source, told them that the majority of the council made it abundantly clear that there was no way they were going to set the precedent of paying off somebody they believe filed a frivolous lawsuit, and that somebody is now Commissioner Williams. But the thing is, who is leaking this information? And if you remember, maybe, was it last year? I don't remember. Last year, early this year. Yeah, it was early this year that there was information leaked about a couple of closed sessions in which, a member of the council was alleged to do some things, and I did the video, and everybody was wondering, how is this information getting leaked to the Wayne Week? And here we have another rat, I guess, for lack of a better word, or another mole in the organization who is putting this information out. But nevertheless, this thing has been going on for 7 years. Simpson Carter evidently got her lawsuit, and Mr. Williams is still fighting for his lawsuit. But apparently, according to this, that the current city council does not feel that he is deserving and his claims are valid. So he's going to have to let that play out in court. But, I find it interesting that, there's supposed to be in a closed session, and several of the information or several of the decisions that the city council are making that's supposed to be in close quarters are being leaked, to media sources. One of them being the Wayne Week. So I guess we'll continue with this. A lot of people feel that this matter has drawn on long enough, and in some aspect has taken the ability of the council or the city to move on to more prevalent matters. But on the other hand, if someone feels that they've been discriminated against, they've been mistreated, they have lost substantial wages and future earnings and enjoyment of life, then that can't be taken lightly either. So I don't have a dog in the fight, but I thought this was interesting that this came up this week, and so I wanted to share with you guys what the current county commission is going through and what the city council is dealing with people leaking information about their closed session. Nevertheless, that's it for this video. If you guys have any information that needs to be shared, don't hesitate to reach out to 919-587-7782, or you can email me at taylorpublishinghouse@gmail.com. My allergies are messing up. So, but yeah, y'all have a good night. Peace and blessings. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Peace and love.